Hey everyone, this is Lucid. Welcome back to another episode of A Wrinkle in Time. I'm playing the nation MA-Agartha, and we have finished claiming most of Shinyama's provinces, and we're preparing to go to war with Ys. So it's early spring in year 5. We have run up the evocation tree some, and then also summoned enchantment, so we've researched 3 spell groups. We'll go through site searching real quick. Haru specs, arcane probing, nothing. Haru specs, arcane probing, nothing. Okay, so that was like a total waste of time. So we've got this big group here. We've got this guy kind of kitted out. The gear we've been putting on him, we've got a charcoal shield, and then we've got a fire sword, some shitty armor, and then boots of the behemoth for trample. Trample's really good on these guys just because they have no encumbrance. Not so great because they have bad movement speed, but anyway, it's okay. It prevents them from getting locked in by skelly spam, which is always something to worry about with kind of thuggy super combatants. Yeah, and then bracers of protection and something so they can actually hit things with their sword because their attack is really bad by default. But this makes it much better. It's actually not as bad as I thought. Oh, well, that's because I have this item on him. But the fire sword also helps to raise attack a lot. So anyway, he can hit things. So we're going to move this Marble Oracle here. We've got one here. This Marble Oracle has a Flesh Eater, which is what I'm going to try to put on all of them. And aside from being a pretty damn good all-around weapon, it can inflict really heavy damage to single targets and give them a chest wound. It will make you go berserk when you're hit. Most of the other items in the game will cause you to go berserk immediately, which is pretty freaking horrible, really. Like, I don't know why anybody would build that item, ever. And I don't think anybody ever does. They should change all the berserk items to be something like this. But this is awesome. It's really cheap. But you have to have blood access. But it will prevent all of this routing garbage that has been happening where I lose my mindless units. It was really embarrassing. And we're going to have this army here. So what's going to happen is the next turn when we attack Ys, which is not this turn, but hopefully we can do it this episode, we're going to attack all 3 of these provinces, and we're going to try to get him pinned in somewhere up here. That will keep Ys out of this part of the map. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan. We'll go through the rest of the events. There was a battle here where Vanarus is attacking AI Pan. And he's got these guys who are pretty versatile. He can summon fire elementals, it looks like. And he probably will versus this army. The arrows, here we go. These guys are on a hold and attack order. The Vanarus could lose just because killing all these guys may cause an HP rout. But these fire elementals are about to get all up in here. Still could even lose. Yeah, they might get a rout. Huh, that's interesting. I guess it's not quite enough to cause an HP rout. Huh. It's odd, I would have thought it would. Oh, I forget, maybe summons add to the HP rout threshold. But you can see these guys are going to do a tremendous amount of damage. So, yeah, there we go. We have successfully committed our little twice-born ritual. The script I've got these guys on is Divine Blessing, so they're less likely to get... I need to hide this when I do recordings. Divine Blessing, so they're less likely to get afflictions. And then a bunch of crappy spells like Animate Skeletons or whatever that's going to cause them to fatigue out. So right now he's at 96 fatigue. Now Earth Meld. That's going to put him to 123. 105. Anyway, they'll get critical hits. So there, he's dead. And then finally, I don't know if that's worth watching. well, kind of. We'll just show you real quick. This is Vanarus taking back some knights, which are kind of tricky. He's fielding different units this time. He's got these Vanabogs, which Vanarus is a blood nation. They can do some interesting things, like these guys can definitely summon storm demons later, which I know this particular player is fond of. But they're not very efficient. These are pretty expensive units. I think they're like 200 or 300 gold. I think they're like 300 gold. But you can see he's doing Skelly spam, mixing them in. That's actually pretty good versus Knights, because it will use up a lot of the lance charges and whatnot. Meanwhile, these guys definitely have the damage, with 2 weapons dealing 20 damage each to chew through the Knights. So it's actually a pretty good combination here. Quite efficient. Because on its own, the Skelly spam is really not going to kill many Knights. They just don't have much damage, and these guys are really well armored. 18 protection. There we go. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of Steam messages. I need to figure out how to turn that off when I do a recording. So anyway, pretty efficient, kind of cool to see. Some events, we have a magic site. What was this? Was this in... There was a gold deposit. We found some more gold. I have so many gold sites this game. I mean, caves are more likely to get them, and Earth is more likely to find them, so as Agartha you're going to find some, but I have so many. I mean, so many. It's ridiculous. And I really need it too, because my income otherwise would be really shit. I mean, it's much better now that I have Shiniyama's capital and then all this stuff, but before it was really bad. So that's it for this turn. We're really preparing over here. Let's see if we have anything going on in spellcasting. So we're calling Hall of Statues. Because, I don't think I mentioned, but we hit our enchantment target, and then we started running up evocation. So with enchantment 8, it opens up all sorts of cool stuff. We have all the fins, so the fire, frost, all those whatever fin spells, which is quite nice. We also have Hall of Statues, which is why we got this, and we also have Lichcraft, which is quite critical. I have a huge death income. I don't really have a way to summon these guys quite yet. They take 5, and I don't have that. Death 5 is kind of a hard thing to get, actually. Like from Death 2, you can get all the way up to Death 3, and from Death 3 you can get to Death 4. But from Death 4, it's very hard to get to Death 5. Unless you're Death 4 by default. But if you kind of climbed up that way through Mound Fiends or whatever, then you're going to have a hard time. So anyway, we're going to hopefully get this soon, because the Liches are awesome, but not now. Hall of Statues, this is why I came up here. So 30 Earth Gems, you get 20 Sentinels. 20 plus. So that's about a gem and a half per Sentinel. Which is super cheap. Like if you compare that to this, it's 3 gems per. So this is twice as efficient in terms of gem usage, and then it's way more efficient in terms of mage turns. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a few of these with this guy, because he's Earth 9. He can do way better at summoning these. He will get an additional... What is it? It's 5, so he'll get an additional 4. So he'll get 24 instead of 25, so that's like a lot more. It's like 25% more. Almost. 20% more. So, yeah, I'll definitely take that. So anyway, we're going to summon Hall of Statues, and then we'll probably gradually bring these guys up here to attack Ys. One thing that's not awesome is these guys do get rusty equipment when they go underwater. So I'm not really looking forward to that. The statues are going to be much better underwater, but Yeah, these guys are going to be able to pop things like fog warriors and stuff with their shard glaive since they're magic, whereas the statues will not. Anyway, that is it for this turn. We're going to go ahead and hop into the next turn. It was kind of a long time spent on one turn. Oh shit, I can cast Lichcraft. Holy fuck. Oh, I forget. I already got that guy. Okay, so we found Garden of Pearls. That's a really good site. Astral 2. Dark Knowledge, Arcane Probing. Okay, Lichcraft. So this guy was able to do it. I forgot I had this guy the turn before, and he was able to make a skull face. And so when you... The skull face... Unfortunately, he became afflicted. Otherwise, I could have him cast it. But the skull face is enough where this guy can become Death 5 with the skull face and a skull staff. So anyway, so he cast Lichcraft, and then I got another Lich. And then once you have one Lich, it's very easy to make more. So I'm going to be making another Lich. And these guys are going to be really good. There's a few things I can do with them. One is I can bring them in and have them cast Rigor Mortis quite efficiently. Yeah, they don't even really need like a skull staff or anything. I might give it to them just because I have a ton of death income. But they can spam out Horde of Skeletons. They can do Rigor Mortis, which is really good since my statues are all lifeless and thereby aren't affected. And then my mages all have a ton of reinvigoration. So yeah, good stuff. There's also some good death evocations that they can do, like Cloud of Death does not affect... Okay, wait, no. Vortex of Unlife doesn't affect mindless beings, which means I can drop this on top of my dudes, and it's 16 armor negating damage, which is pretty sweet. And then things it kills comes back as zombies. So depending, that can be really awesome. Anyway, I definitely am going to make use of my death income. And this is the turn we're going to attack. So we're going to bring some Mind Blasters in, blah, blah, blah. These guys aren't going to do much. That's going to be super easy. This will be super... Really, all these are going to be super easy. We're just going to snipe these. And then, yes, who's over here is going to build up an army and probably come attack me. And the idea is I kind of form a semblance of defense somewhere over here. If I win a big battle, I can go in and take their capital. Let's take a look at our Hall of Statues. We've got a bunch of these guys. 36. Yeah, we're going to be summoning more. And anything else? Don't think so. More Lichcraft, more Arcane Probing. Forging Shrouds up here. The Shrouds are going to be nice to put on my Liches. And then also my Golems. These guys are going to be a centerpiece of my strategy. I'm going to get them kitted out to cast Astral Tempest, which is kind of one of my super secret things. And I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and skip forward to the fun part, which is... So here we're attacking Yes. I'll go through the site searching super quick. Augury, found nothing. Arcane Probing... Okay, we didn't find anything. So now we have some battles. So this is us attacking... Yes, this is a small army with an oracle. Nothing to see. This is... I believe... He has more PD here, yeah. Okay. And they run in. I've got fire shields, so they are all going to get burnt up real nice and good. And stomp, stomp. Oh, now I'm berserk. The nice thing when you go berserk, it actually increases your protection. So 35 protection is very high. That's the other good thing about this, is if you're a protection rather than defense oriented carry, yeah, that's pretty good. it's kind of nice. You can have somebody behind them to cast Gift of Hair on them or something like that, and then it fixes a lot of this horrible move speed issue. Right now his move speed's 2. I forget why it's quite so bad. It's just how it is. And then finally, this is the battle in the middle. I think he had some troops here, probably in addition to PD. This is going to be a very similar thing. Oh, I think he cast quickness on this dude. So I think my move speed is doubled. He has liquid body. Did he cast liquid body on this guy? No, he didn't. It's kind of risky bringing this guy along. I mean, he's okay once he has all this stuff on him. He'll be kind of hard to kill, but it's risky nevertheless. More blood slaves. We have some events. People left. Okay. So, if we look at it, we're going to try to take this. Though probably not right away, because I don't know what he has on this fort. I haven't done a great job scouting. It was more kind of a declaration of war. And then I think I can, yeah, very soon when I get Conjuration 6, I'll be able to get Flame Spirits here and then march up the Fire Tree. So, should work. More Hollow Statues coming out. I probably should go ahead and mobilize these guys. I don't know why I'm not. And I probably should be twice spawning these guys also to take them off my payroll. But anyway, we'll be moving these guys up there shortly. I'll go ahead and show you the next turn. A message from Yes. Wow, ultra rude. We had been fighting, of course, before the battle with Pangea, and then he kind of saved the day against Pangea, and then made Pangea quit. And then I did wait a while, like I waited for him to kind of collect a lot of the Pangean territory up here. But not long enough for all his armies to come back down south. So you can see he moved a pretty big troop in. I'm kind of hoping he attacks here, because then I'm going to bring this army in. So that's kind of the main thing for this turn, is right here, I've got some of these guys I'm bringing in. I've got 2 lines of these statues who are pretty sick. I've got a few of these guys. I've got a bunch of Mind Blasters, which I put on Fire Cavalry. Cavalry. I think I was saying that wrong. Anyway, we've got these guys who are hopefully going to get a little bit buffed. I've got these guys spamming out quickness, so hopefully they'll get some of my oracles. Yeah, I think, what's the range on quickness? I think it's pretty good. It's range 15, so yeah, whoops. So these guys definitely should be able to, I can't, sorry. These guys definitely should be able to get hit by a lot of the buffs like quickness, and then I'm dropping Friendly Currents and Grip of Winter. I'm dropping Rigor Mortis. The combo of Rigor Mortis and Grip of Winter, if he doesn't have Frostfend up, it's going to do a ton of fatigue damage to him. If he does have Frostfend up, it's still going to do a fair amount of fatigue damage, but not nearly as much. Yeah, I think we're pretty solid here. Pretty unlikely I lose versus these guys, like almost impossible, but we'll see. We're forging more shrouds. This guy is teleporting up here. And I'll show you how I have him kitted out. He's got a Flesh Eater so that he hopefully doesn't die. Stone Boots to give him protection. Shroud so that he gets my awesome Bless and thereby regenerates. Clam of Pearls and a Crystal Coin and a Starshine Helmet Plus this means he's going to be Astral 5 in battle. I'll show you how I have him scripted since he'll participate in the next combat. Basically a bunch of body ethereals. He's positioned where he should hit this on a bunch of the golems, or the statues which are nearby. Then he'll drop anti-magic and then Astral Shield. I don't have what I'm actually getting on these golems for is for Astral Tempest, but I won't have that till I get to Evocation 8. So anyway, he'll be coming up basically to do some body etherealing and then anti-magic and then attack closest, but yeah. Actually, I don't think he's scripted on attack closest. Oh, he is. Okay. So that should work pretty well. This guy, I gave him my magic carpet, which was super awesome to get. One thing I didn't realize is this gives you map move 3, like full stop no matter what, which is pretty awesome. So if you're only like a map move 1 unit and you have the flying carpet, you can go 3 spaces with flying, which is pretty huge. So anyway, he's moving over here. And then he will be able to Arcane Probe the rest of these sites. I really want to get my Pearl income up as much as I can. I'm a little stuck, like this guy can only get up to Astral 5. And it's kind of hard to get from Astral 5 up to the... if you start off with base Astral 5, you can get all the way up to Astral 9 or whatever. But this guy doesn't have all the hand slots, like he can't put a cap on, and then he would still need 1 more path to be able to get up to where he could forge the rings. So I'm a little stuck on Astral, but I can make a lot of golems with them. So even if I can't get all the way up to super high Astral paths, it is a very valuable gem to have. And so that's it. Hopefully we have a big battle here. If not, I might try my luck and push up here and try to take Ys's capital. I should be able to kind of win underwater. The thing I'm worried about is damn water elementals, which really... See, water elementals, they do blunt damage, which means I don't have a resistance to them. What I need to do, and I'm not doing, and I don't ever do, is cast Wave Warriors on them. It takes water gems. It's only 5 area of effect, which isn't really that good. But it would go a long way, especially versus water elementals. So, yeah. I don't have a great way of killing water elementals. That's probably the other thing I need, is some like water elemental sniper. I haven't thought of what that would be, but I need to figure it out still. So, anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Next episode will be the battle with Ys, and hopefully progress towards Ys's capital. So, see you all next time.